Okay, so you are at the crossroads in your life right now. You're trying to make a big decision as to what to do next. So you have been dealing with, very difficult circumstances. You've got the clouds over here. There's been a lot of drama, a lot of problems that you are trying to sort through. And there might be people that are, hidden enemies really with this Birds card over here. So a lot of gossip going on around you, people talking about you, maybe people saying things behind your back. So you are dealing with a very difficult circumstance. You've got the Fox card over here, so there might have been a little bit of betrayal going on in the work that you're doing. This could be also that you've taken on some kind of temporary job to just get you through, the circumstance that you're, for you to be able to meet your financial requirements, your financial needs rather. You've taken on something temporarily. Whatever you're dealing with in the past, the job that you had was something that you enjoyed, but there was also that you've got a lot of thorns on this rose. So, there have been a lot of problems in the work that you've been dealing with. So maybe even this job that you're doing at the moment, although you're enjoying it, there's still a lot of problems within that job itself. So going into the future, you've got this mouse card over here, and this usually talks about gradual loss, maybe from bills or money going out, something that you can't control, something that is eating away at your finances. You've got the Tower card over here, so you are trying to look for some kind of permanent position here, something maybe in a big business, something that will allow you to climb the career ladder. So those are the energies for that week. So you have got the 10 of Wands over here. So this, you're carrying a lot of financial burdens, a lot of responsibilities. Maybe even in the work you're doing, you're taking on more than is required of you. And you're really struggling to get going with it. Maybe whatever career you're doing, it's been a hard slog to get up to the top, and there's been a lot of pressure as well coming from the people above you. So you're working under some kind of deadline, some kind of stress, but also carrying too many responsibilities and too many burdens, and maybe going it alone as well, taking too much on your own shoulders, or maybe people are giving you too much for you to carry. Now, with the 10 of Wands, it's the end of that particular cycle, so it means that all of this is now starting to come to an end. You are ending the cycle of hard work and slog, and you will move on to something different soon. Now, you've got the Tower card over here and the 8 of Cups. So it looks like, everything is going to culminate in something big happening. With all this responsibilities and burdens, and maybe you're being very tired, and are very stressed out, and there's a lot of pressures, there looks like there's a Tower moment coming where things are going to change. So some big shift in energy happening. Maybe there's going to be some confrontation with somebody, which is going to result in you actually walking away from this particular position. You've got the 8 of Cups over here, so leaving it all behind, abandoning it, and moving on. So something is going to, and this is really events that you cannot control. It seems like, maybe the universe wants you to end this particular cycle of hard work and drudgery, and it wants you to move on. So something coming on for you where there's a big change. So either you walk away from that circumstance, or somebody else is going to walk away. Maybe the person that is causing drama for you will end up leaving, or you will end up leaving. But there's definitely some kind of confrontation, maybe some kind of crisis coming up over here with the Tower card. So something big happening to shift that energy and cause you to move away from the situation that is really bringing you down. You've got the Chains card over here. So you are being victimized within the circumstance. You can see the spotlight is on this person over here, and this dragon is holding chains over this person. So, you're being kept in the situation. Maybe you can't help it. It's out of your control. But whoever this is that you're dealing with, and you've been dealing with this person in the last year, they're being really manipulative, very bossy. They're being a bully. Maybe they're making your life, a living hell, and maybe this is the reason why. Maybe you don't have the power to actually deal with him, and maybe this is the reason why the Tower card is coming to get you out of that situation. So you've got the Ace of Swords over here. Now you will be victorious in this particular battle. You're going to speak your truth, and maybe you are going to cut your ties with these people. You're going to stand up for yourself, and you're going to show them what you're made of. And it seems like, with the Ace of Swords, is cutting out the past, cutting out the negativity, standing for yourself. There might be some legalities, there might be some confrontation, there might be a legal issue that arises because of this confrontation that happens. It's been building up for this last 3 months, and it's about to, everything is about to get unleashed over here. So you are dealing with, very difficult people as well around you, but you will, you've got a volcano in the back over here. So it looks like, things have been, maybe you've been suppressing a lot of your feelings as well. But it looks like things are about to surface, everything is about to hot up, if you like. So something big and dramatic happening over here. Now you've got the Page of Pentacles over here. Now you do have support about, from people around you. But maybe also this particular event that is going to be happening is going to spur you on to go back into studying, to go back into, rekindling your learning, and also maybe it's going to bring you back into the path that you were supposed to have been on in the first place. So you may have to go and get more skills as far as your work goes. And it looks like there's somebody that's been giving you some advice along those lines. So it may be something that you need to actually push you back on track, this Tower, because the Tower usually does that in any circumstance. It takes you out of, if you're wandering away from what your life path is, the Tower actually ropes you and brings you back in, so that you have to go back and pursue that thing that you didn't finish. So maybe you have to get back into studying, and you have to go back and improve your skill set in order for you to, move forward in life. Now you've got the Five of Wands. So the people that you're dealing with are very nasty. The circumstance that you are in is very confusing. There's you're very depressed about it. There's lots of bickering, arguing, fighting, people taking advantage of you, people bullying you, people not listening to you. So it's, there's a lot of drama going on around you, and you seem to be in the midst of it as well. And it's affecting you as well. So maybe this is the reason why all this energy is almost like it's a pressure cooker of something wanting to explode in that situation. So there's a lot of heightened emotions. People are very irritable, and maybe people have got their own opinions, and everybody's a bully. Everybody wants to be the boss, and nobody's listening to anybody here. So it looks like things are going to culminate in some kind of event, some kind of confrontation happening over here. And maybe making you walk away from it, not wanting to deal with all that drama. So what's happening with you? You're the King of Swords. So it looks like whatever happens in this whole circumstance, there's also some kind of legal element that gets brought forward. So the King of Swords is about some kind of legal judgment, something happening on where a judgment is being made from a legal point of view. So it looks like there's something that's going to happen that's going to mean that there's going to be maybe the law intervening. Is what I'm saying, or somebody standing back and making a decision about who stays or who goes. So somebody's definitely going to be taking some kind of control of that circumstance or that situation, and it looks like there will be some kind of legal intervention as well. So it's something really big happening over here. Now you've got the Star card over here, so you can see there's a lot of energy, a lot of people around you. Things will start moving. You will be able to communicate with a lot of people as well. So something happens that actually opens or broadens your horizons, where you're going to be able to communicate with a lot of people, and a lot of people giving you advice and inspiration about doing things, and your life starting to take off as well. So, there's a lot of energy shift over here. It seems like there's something very dramatic that happens, a big crisis that happens that brings, a lot of inspiration your way, but also brings a lot of movement movement and a lot of shifting of energies, and maybe a lot of help coming in for you as well. This is the Star card is about inspiration. It's about divine guidance. So it looks like, things are going to, even though it looks like it's going to be something very dramatic, it's going to be something that's going to be very helpful for you. And you will have some kind of decision to make. You've got the Two of Swords over here. So you will have to choose a direction. This could also be some kind of legal judgment coming in. So all of this might result in maybe a court case, or it might result in something happening from a legal standpoint. And you've got this Two of Swords over here, a decision needing to be made as well. So you've got the Five of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and the Lovers over here. So you can see there's a lot of squabbling going on over here. People are being really nasty around you, and there's a lot of drama, backstabbing, you having to defend yourself. There's a lot of competition. It's really a very chaotic situation, but it's also a very nasty situation that you are in, having to go to into a work situation. There's going to be fighting or arguments, or there's no calmness, there's no harmony. Everybody seems to be trying to take control of that situation, and everybody's being vindictive and nasty. So it seems like something is going to come off whatever happens over here. Now you've got the Nine of Cups over here. Now you will come out of this a winner. With the Nine of Cups, it looks like there is somebody that is on your side and is going to help you out in this circumstance. So this is getting whatever you want, all you want, with this Nine of Cups, which is a wish fulfillment, but with the aid of somebody who is very helpful, somebody offering you help and assistance. So even though you feel like you are not being supported, there is somebody around you, maybe somebody higher up, that is, taking you, or will be taking you under their wing, and will be able to give you that guidance and assistance. You will have to make a choice about whether you want to stay or whether you want to go. So, there is somebody that's offering you advice, help, support, but you will eventually end up making that choice as to what you want to do next. So, to get out of all this drama, you might actually decide that you want to give it all up and move away from it. The Tower certainly brings about that crisis moment where, you have to make that choice about what you want to do. It doesn't seem like anybody's throwing you out. It seems like you make a choice about what you want to do. So it's going to be, the decision is going to lie in your hands about what you do next. You might even think about travel. With the Star card and all these dragons up in the air, it seems like, you might even decide that you want to move away from this and change, what you're doing completely. Move on to something completely different, walk away from all the negativity. The Star is usually about throwing away all those negative feelings and moving forward into a better position. So you might actually think of actually abandoning all this, the drama, and moving away from it. There certainly seems like there's going to be some kind of legal intervention as well. So a lot of sword cards over here, and those usually signify, the law. So I'm just going to draw some cards from the Fairy Tarot and for the Oracle read, and it says a resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. So this is a very, very difficult situation. The 10 of Winter is the 10 of Swords. So you might end up just abandoning the situation because, there will be no winners in this particular drama that happens, and you might just end up walking away on your own path, going your own way. You've got the Two of Summer over here, which says forgiveness and resolution of problems. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. Now, the Two of Summer is like the Two of Cups. So it looks like there is going to be somebody that you can rely on, a good friend, or somebody that, whose shoulder you can use to cry on after this whole scenario ends up blowing over. And it looks like, all those problems are now coming to an end. It's almost as though things were hotting up, or it's almost like in a pressure cooker, and then finally something's got to give. And it seems like there is going to be some kind of event that brings that all to the forefront. And then you've got the Three of Spring, which says plan your next steps with an eye for long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come, and satisfaction from a job well done. So the Three of Spring is about movement. movement. It's about travel. It's also about collaborating with people, moving away to on a broader horizon, so meeting a lot more people. So something that brings you in connection with other people is coming. So maybe you meet this person in this tour of summer, and they introduce you to a new job, and where you get to travel, you get to meet people, and it's got a more international flavor to it, and you end up leaving this old situation. So whatever comes off this tower might be a good thing. You might not see it initially, but it might actually end up being something good for you. It might free you from this person who's got you in chains, who is victimizing you and bullying you around, and it releases this energy. There's a lot of arguments. You've got that Five of Wands, a lot of competition, very stiff competition, and it's also very nasty, very vindictive. People taking advantage of other people, maybe energy vampires going on around over here, stealing your energy, making you do a lot more work, and you're not getting paid sufficiently for it, because you've got that Ten of Wands, people draining your energy, bullying you around, and just really not giving you that recognition or the money that you deserve. So whatever happens over here in this, don't see it as being something negative. It's going to be something that shifts the energy and maybe moves you into a better position as far as work goes, something that you were supposed to have been doing. Like I said, there could be some kind of legal intervention as well. So I do hope that this reading resonates with you. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave me some comments if it has. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Goodbye.